When we've finished the experiment, we're going to have information, something like what you have on this table. We're going to have a variety of different slopes running from a small slope up to maybe 0.1 or a little more. This one goes up to 0.08, which is a little less than 0.1. We're going to have force readings. Now these force readings are just going to be the positions of the whatever point we use to measure the relative stretch of the rubber band. Depending on how long the rubber band is and where we've got it taped, these positions might differ somewhat. It might be 60 centimeters and 76 centimeters or whatever. We're also going to have a delta T for some distance coasted from rest. Maybe 40 centimeters is fairly typical on these ramps. And we're going to have the delta T from which we can calculate the acceleration in centimeters per second squared. And we're going to calculate that. Having calculated that, we can construct a graph of force and acceleration versus the ramp slope. I've got two quantities on the vertical axis here, acceleration in centimeters per second squared and force as indicated in millimeters on the ruler. And I've of course got ramp slope here. Now in blue I've got something that might look like my accelerations. We've already done an experiment like this and we get a graph that looks very much like this when we do that. It goes down and actually a straight line will fit it pretty well, and the straight line will go through the x-axis slightly before it hits the y-axis. The force as measured in millimeters, well, you know that when the rubber band device is reading maybe 60 centimeters, there's no force. So the 0 point of the force is not 0. Zero force would correspond to 0 ramp slope, of course, but that's going to occur at maybe 60 millimeters, 80 millimeters, depends again on your rubber band. In any case, we're going to get points again that lie along a pretty straight line. Notice that I've got the force indicated in red and the points in red, so that my acceleration versus ramp slope and force versus ramp slope curves or graphs are going to be pretty well fit by a linear function.